Today's Ask the Expert is sponsored by Synergy Home.
Well, we are here with Jamie Clark of Synergy Home, and we're talking to the expert about installation because we always hear about it in the wintertime, but it's very important in the summer.
So when I opened Synergy in 2014, I wanted to talk about the synergy between heating, cooling, and insulation, because your HVAC system can only cool as well as the insulation keeps the heat out. So we think about in the wintertime, insulation keeps the heat in, but in the summer it keeps it out, because your attic, and especially in Chevy Chase and some of these smaller attics, it can get 150 degrees in there. And we've talked about in the world of physics, the second law of thermodynamics is heat chases cold. So you have this big, massive attic that's 150 degrees, and that heat is bearing down on the second floor. And a lot of times that's why that can't keep up. And if you're calling your HVAC guy wanting to know why your air conditioner can't keep up, well, they're going to say, well, you need a bigger unit, right? Well, you never need a bigger unit. I can name on one hand the amount of times that I've needed a bigger unit for a customer, and I take care of 20,000 people. So you don't need a bigger unit. What you do need is a better house. So in Central Kentucky, Chevy Chase, the average attic we walk into has about 8 inches of insulation. That's only going to give you about 15 minutes of protection from that 150 degrees getting into your attic. Building code today, the minimum is 15. So our average in Chevy Chase is about half of what the code minimum is. And you've heard the phrase, well, my house is built up to code. No, it isn't. It's built down to code. That's the minimum the builder could get away with, right? Code is a minimum. Energy Star recommends 20, and almost nobody has 20 inches of insulation. We don't recommend any of that because that's that dirty, nasty, pink fiberglass cotton candy looking stuff. It's got bugs and insects, and we pull snakes out of it and dirty mice. I told you we pulled a petrified cat out of an attic a couple years ago. I mean, we found a half-eaten can of tuna fish. How did that smell, right? I mean, just gross, gross. So we recommend encapsulation. We're gonna come in, we vacuum out all the nasty stuff, and then we're gonna spray insulation to the roof. And our insulation is solid, it grows in place, and it kind of looks like the foam in your couch cushions when it's done, but only 5.5 inches of our insulation is 10 times as good as 20 inches of the dirty stuff. And with an attic encapsulation like we do, you're gonna get much better cooling, much better humidity, better indoor air quality. The quality of the air goes up so much better because we've talked about humidity is a big driver in the nasty allergens, right? So if we reduce these two things, we're automatically gonna get that, but no dust. And this is what,
like that.
When I bump into you a month down the road after we do this, you're gonna be, oh my God, the dust in the house went down. Because anytime that we've done a dust sample on a house for somebody when they've got bad dust and allergy issues, it's 50, 60, 70% fiberglass coming out of that attic. Every can light that you've got in the attic, every light penetration, everywhere that two walls meet, there's a hole in the wall there. Every time you open the door, that little fluffy stuff that you see floating through the air, it's fiberglass. So let's get that out of there, seal it up with a solid insulation that's never gonna break down. And once you do this, you'll never do it again. And right now there's currently a federal tax credit of $1,200 to help pay for it. So if you wanna talk about insulation, if you wanna talk about the synergy of how your heating, cooling, and insulation work, give us a call. We've got the experts in town, 859-687-0553 or mysynergyhome.com.
Today's Ask the Expert was sponsored by Synergy Home.
All right, well, I think a lot of people are going to be breaking up with their insulation. They're going to be calling Synergy Home. All of the information is up on the screen.